His mama's grand introduction did not intimidate you at all. Honestly, you was pretty good with people. She went in for a hug, so you just follow suit. She began to talk, and honestly, his mama wasn't so bad. She says, she's pretty. She talking to Brian. That's your husband's name. That's not your usual type, though. He's like, Ma. She was like, no, but it's in a good way. So you smiling in the inside. She's like, you are beautiful, honey. You was brown skin. You was about 5'7". You had some wet and wavy, like curly hair. You was built up like what people would call slim thick. His mama constantly raving about how pretty you is. Like, turn around, let me get a 360, let me get a 360. So you like, oh, playfully or whatever. She was like, I like her. Everybody had pretty much arrived except for your dad. Your dad and your mom wasn't together. However, you did invite. You had recently found out that your dad was actually kind of sick, and y'all quit talking to each other about a year ago, and it was really over something petty. And you didn't want your daddy to go away without y'all having a conversation. Boom, it's time for y'all to sit down. Y'all got the placement card set. Y'all tried to, mix it up a little bit. Give everybody an opportunity to get to know each other. You and your husband, Brian, y'all set y'all mamas across from each other, but on opposite sides. So your mom was sitting next to Brian, and his mom was sitting next to you. And that automatically went a little unexpectedly wrong. But it was your mama's fault. Mama goes, I want to sit next to my daughter. So you like, Mom. She was like, no, I want to sit next to you. I don't know him. So you like, Mom, be cool. She's like, no. He's a criminal. I don't want to sit next to a criminal. You know how I am. So you like, Stephanie. Oh my God. That's your mom's name. Of course, his mama coming up to his defense. My son ain't no criminal. She says, well, didn't your son serve jail time? She said, and what that got to do with you? So they pretty much just started going back and forth. So the dinner started off rocky. Brian ended up standing up and said, ladies, please have a seat. You was about to stand up and say, okay, we could just swap. He put his hand down, knowing what you were about to do before you even motherfucking do it. And he says, ladies, y'all can have a seat. He was very patient about the situation. He spoke his piece, and when he got done, everybody took their assigned seats. You and Brian, y'all picked for a 6-course meal to be served throughout the night. So, of course, the portions is going to be small. Because of what happened throughout the night, you're going to assume that maybe some people in his family aren't used to fine dining. As the courses was coming out, a couple of his cousins, they were close, continued to say, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck eats this uppity type of shit? You end up hearing one of the cousins say, yeah, Brian has always been a little bougie. He loves to buy his women. And then kind of look down there at you to make sure that you heard it. You ain't pay no attention to it because
I like when you spin it on me. Spin it on me. I like when you spin it on me. Oh, spin it.
Let's go back down to the side of the table where you, Brian, your mama, and your mother-in-law is sitting. Mother-in-law is actually really good. She gave y'all compliments throughout the night, saying how good y'all look together, seeing how he was smiling. She said he hasn't smiled like that in a long time. End up asking you guys how y'all met. So y'all end up telling her the story on how y'all met at a church conference. Your mama, she wasn't a very religious woman. She was spiritual, so she said. She throws in a little sly comment that didn't sit right with you, Brian, or his mama. She goes to say, even the devil go to church on Sunday. Everybody drop their forks. You fucking with this story? Don't forget to comment the word next part in my comment section. I am so excited to be introducing my new journal, the Dear Glow Up Journal. The idea behind this journal is to pretty much help women learn how to write out what they want in their life. I mean, it's not just gonna happen on accident. You gotta put some work down to it. But anyway, if you like this story and other stories like your cousin, don't forget to go over there to my YouTube channel where I will be posting all of the stories that you love over here, over there. So go ahead and have a good time and binge watch.